Dios cuida a los niños. Dios cuida a los niños, los más pequeños, los más chiquitos. Welcome to the Broskiedoodles. Today your host, Kiko in the building. Always chilling, always ready. We got your other boy over there in the sunny Caribbean or South Florida. Oh my God, hello.
Hello. ¿Me escucha? Hello.
Hello. Hello, aquí te escucho. Sí, sí. Oye, caballero.
Hello. What's up, man? How you been?
All good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
Chilling,
good,
man.
Just here having some.
You refreshing yourself too?
Yeah, so some hard sparkling water. You know, a little. I think this is the only thing that's probably acceptable before noon. Like you can go. Well, I guess there's mimosas. There's Bloody Marys.
Can I get 3 mimosas? But how much liquor does that have?
5%. It's like a Heineken.
Yeah, dude. That. I mean, I don't judge you for it, but you're not like maybe the physical appearance of it might look like, oh, this is more chill, but I mean that's a straight man beer right there.
Fruity man beer, yeah, for sure.
I mean the taste is, but it's 5%. Yeah,
no, it packs a punch. And then and if it gets squirrely, drop some vodka in here. What's up?
Oh, sometimes it goes. Sometimes it do be like that.
It just sometimes it do be like that.
Damn. Yeah. Sometimes you wake up 10 in the morning, gotta sprinkle a little vodka on that coffee. We don't judge you. I feels you. You know what I mean?
That's what I gotta get. I was thinking, I was in the Publix the other day, and I remember having a I don't know if I was having a conversation with you. It was with you, and I believe Elias. And we we were talking about like Baileys and dropping some Baileys in the coffee. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get some Baileys next time.
Well, you know, when I used to live in Venezuela, I used to go with my dad to visit different shops where we used to buy parts and shit. And, you know, like, people, like, that have a store. And we would go there, like, oh, you want a coffee? I'm like, oh, sure, coffee. So he brings a little coffee because that's a Latin way, right? You go to our business, like, oh, you want this? Like, they don't sell coffee. They're selling mechanical parts. But they're like, you want a coffee? Oh, sure. And then they're like, you want to spice it up? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, oh, you know, and my dad's like, yeah, spice it up for him. Like, my dad knows the guy. And I'm just like... And then he's like, fucking takes out like this like local liquor, right? That's like cocuy. It's called cocuy. It's made with like, it's just some like bath gin, but from Latin America. But it's actually like apparently good and all this shit. So he pours it on the coffee, dude. I'm like, boom. So different cultures, you know what I mean? Different cultures. Here at the Broskiedoodles, we support anything that makes you happy, but don't overdo it unless you're chilling with us, and that's another story. But you know.
Dude, yeah. Sorry to keep going off topic. Maybe we could talk about this in another episode, but like, there's a lot of money to be made in spirits, I guess you can call them, in liquor. You know,
yesterday I saw a documentary of a black guy that sells it on New York in the street. He makes he calls them yayos.
Yayos. That meant something different when Schoolboy Q was around.
No, I think he maybe is using the double entendre. Yeah, but it's like he buys a bunch of like Tampico juice. He mixes it with Hennessy, and he sells them the mangoes, yayos in the streets of New York, down the Lolo.
Yo. Hey, what's up? Since this pandemic is on a rise and employment is still kind of shitty, you never know, man. I might be slanging that fresh mango yayo around here.
I'm feel me, dog?
I'll go to the fucking agriculture, squeeze some fresh mango juice, and pon some diplomático in that bitch, dog.
Damn, dude.
What's up?
That Venezuelan fire. And if you're in fucking Florida, you go to them orange fields, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Get you 5 illegals that can fucking squeeze the shit out of them, and get a little production going. You know what I mean? The American dream.
There was one time where I thought I was gonna get healthy on juices, and I bought this fat fucking Breville juice machine, and it's just collecting dust. So hey, I'm gonna put that shit to work.
What? Are you serious?
For real, nigga?
This dude, man, they called him up. They got him in the pyramid. The fucking juice shakes for the Lolo. But now that failure can become the success of the Broskiedoodles.
Hey, bro, you got it. Sometimes you never know what you have until you see the opportunity to use it, right?
Right? Like in this podcast, we had all these things ready for it, and we never knew, and then it just happened.
Exactly.
Maybe we're gonna come out with the new Broskiedoodles. You know, I mean, we'll start slow, right? We get a Cuba Libre going, a little rum, and some third-party Coca-Cola, and then we can get, you know, some mango freshness, you know, some mango tango in the bill.
Hey, dude, what? Hell yeah, bro. Hey, say what? I'll make a shirt. Super low key.
Super low key.
Super low key. That mango tango or that
the mango tango, bro.
That mango tango
good.
or rum for fun, yo. Hell yeah.
That's Scummy Rummy.
Scummy Rummy, dude. Hey, so
but anyways, guys, sorry, go.
No,
go,
let's
go.
keep this topic going because honestly, I read the other day, bro. I read the other day that you know George Clooney has I think it's Casamigos tequila, right?
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, so George Clooney does have like this this tequila brand that he was pushing, and bro, the dude sold it for I don't know how many, almost $1 billion, dude. $1 billion.
Recently?
Yeah, and actually Ryan Reynolds was doing the same thing but for gin, and he sold it for like 500 million.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Then what's up with these actors on some like other level investor shit?
Right? I mean, they're already like we just said, they already have the platform. And they just keep using it to make more money. Tequila, Casamigos. Let's see what it comes up at here. Story behind George Clooney's tequila brand. The company sold to Diageo for $1 billion. For $1 billion, dog.
Fucking Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid, bro. What, dude? Yeah, of course. This picture of him smitten as hell, drinking some Casamigos tequila with some other high-end baller.
Well, The Rock has a tequila too.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Fucking Jorge Masvidal, the MMA fighter, is fucking with a tequila now too.
I don't know. I don't know if tequila's the thing for me though, right? Like, I don't know if you would
well, I was gonna ask you what would be your drink, because I'm guessing these drinks have to be things that are close to you, right? I mean, at least if you, obviously there's money involved in all this shit, but ideally you want this to be like a passion of yours, right? And like if you're into wine and you have a winery that makes this wine that you really like, that is squeezed by a blind nun, you know, and whatever. Like, I get it, you know what I mean? Like, if that's what you want, you can get that. I'm guessing The Rock likes the tequila and shit, right? He works out 15 hours a day, and then he goes and drinks a shot of tequila, right? Sorry, I saw a thought there.
No. Yeah, I'm actually just trying to piece it together, so no worries. But for me, I don't know if you hear that. But for me, I'm Cuban and I grew up on rum, you know, and beer. But rum would be like the way to do it. And you know, being around so many Venezuelans all my life, I've grown to really love the Venezuelan rum. Recently. And I say recently, like in the last, I don't know, 6-7 years. Guatemalan rum and Caribbean rum, like Benta, I think it's Bentoncourt. Anyways, like a Haitian rum, very delicious. But my favorite rum is
Betancourt.
Betancourt. Yeah, Betancourt. And I remember seeing it really, really young, like, and I thought it was like really harsh. But now that I actually drink it, and I'm like, oh yeah, like I do like that. But I love, and there's a funny story behind them. They actually do it all in glass. Like all of their distillery is all glass. There's no like stainless steel or anything, so it's like really, really clean. But my favorite is actually Zacapa rum.
I have it here. I just had it the other day. Yeah, because my sister, they gave it to her, this Guatemalan rum, and I was like, oh, and it comes like in this beautiful case and shit.
Yeah, it's got that.
And I had that shit, man. It's super good. I'm the same with you. I'm like a rum lover, you know, Caribbean and Venezuela, but also Cuba, Dominican. They all make really good rum, and it's sort of like a Caribbean thing.
I don't really mess with Mama Juana. Have you ever had Mama Juana?
No, but that's not even rum. That's like a spirit.
No, yeah, that's like tree sap and like some hallucinogens that the Dominicans.
I fucks with the Dominicans because I have a lot of friends, and I've had Mama Juana. It's some crazy shit. They got a bunch of spirits over there that are crazy, but that is not rum. But I've had their rum, their good rum, and it's really good. It's the first time that I was like, all right, there's other rums that are good besides the Venezuelan one. And then I started opening up.
Yeah. No, I do enjoy it, and what really shocks me is the fact that how much money is to be made. I just love Ryan Reynolds as an actor because he's Deadpool. He's he was in Waiting. Like he's just a really funny character, and then in his real life he's actually pretty dope. And gin is another one of those. So like when I was on my health kick with keto and shit, I would usually just do gin and club soda with a splash of lime, and I started to really like gin, man. Gin is
me too. Here in Europe, gin is like a thing, so I started also drinking it here.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh shit, this shit is nice. Even though lately I've been more like less liquor and just more like beer and wine, liquor, especially rum, man. It's really saddening because rum is so destructive to the to the body, right? Like rum is one of the worst liquors to your body, even the good quality ones, right?
Really? Well, how so? Like, I mean, just the way you feel, or is there
the
like
hangover is the worst?
Okay, yeah. No, I can see
that. So I've in the recent years I've stopped drinking hard liquors on the regular. I mean, I guess that's just not good in general, but I mean, like, if I would go out, I would drink liquor, right? But now I'm more like beer and wine, and I think it's a bit makes it so that I'm not fucking just hammering myself with liquor. But every once in a while, when I do want to have a good time, I like the rumski, rummy the scummy.
Scummy rummy. Dude, I ain't gonna lie, that's a fucking genius idea.
Well, this guy does it, and he fucking sells these mixed drinks and stuff. So we could, so something like that could definitely happen, especially now that people are not going out to clubs and shit like that. Like this guy would go to like people that are about to go out in their boat and they have money and shit, and they just fill the cooler with a bunch of like little Tampico juices, but they're all spiked and shit. And I mean, the guy's like, I use like good liquor so that people can not fucking have a horrible headache. And so that's the idea. You make some good quality shit. And
well, yeah, I mean, you want people to know your name, right? I mean, at the same time, though, like if you're selling liquor, you got to be careful because you don't want too much notoriety, right? Like you don't want to be like so well known, but like you want to be known at a spot and then like maybe switch it up, like you said. Like
you mean if you're doing it in the low?
On the low, yeah. I mean, you're not gonna get a liquor license.
Oh yeah,
to fucking sell the Tampico, the yayo, I know I'm not getting a fucking liquor license to do some shit like that.
Well, I mean, the thing is, he's like some like legal loophole because he doesn't have it, right? He doesn't have the license, but he still promotes the shit out of it. And he's like, no, the reason why I don't sell drugs is because I cannot promote it, but this I can promote it. But it's like, look, like, if you guys haven't seen it, it's from Vice documentary, and it's called "Selling Illegal Street Cocktails in New York." Side hustle. And
selling illegal?
Yeah. So I don't understand because he promotes the shit out of it, but you don't think you can do this illegal? Like he goes like in a Ford truck around New York just screaming out, "Who wants some drinks? I got them drinks. I got them handles, goddammit."
Yeah, you gotta be known. You gotta be known in your area. Let me check this out.
I mean, it in a way, it is like slanging, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, he looks like a G.
He's just fucking.
Oh, he sells it.
Yeah, like he's selling fucking 10 pieces.
He's selling it in these bottles that look like hella like organic.
Yeah.
He looks gangster, yo.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. Yeah, he looks cool as fuck too. Whenever you get a chance, take a listen to it because the guy's actually pretty cool, man. He's super like, investor type shit, like moving forward and shit. He's like, I want to do something that could be legal type shit. And I was like, oh, that's, mad props, respect.
That's awesome. That's straight up cool, man. I mean, especially like down here, like you said, like if he's filling up people's coolers with boats. There's nothing but marinas down here, dude. Nothing but marinas. I wonder like how that would be possible. This episode is brought to you by
Well, dude, like
how to start an illegal business.
I had my cousin come to me with ideas. I hope I don't share this here and then it becomes like a thing and blows up. But like in South Beach, of like setting up like little trailers, right? Every so and so, where
like
you
a kiosk,
like a kiosk where you could get like beers, little things, little appetizers, little drinks, little things. Like you need the shade, the chairs, everything all in one, so that you go to the beach and you don't have to do shit. You just sit there and they get everything for you, right? Some of those services are taken care of by the hotels, but that's not across the whole beach.
right?
So like, you know, that's something. Or like this drinks thing is something, you know. And I think that we live now in a globalized world where these things are possible and people can get out of the bottom and get like their own little business going, you know, just like we're trying to do.
For sure. That's interesting.
I'm gonna start spiking up cigarettes and selling them in Madrid, you know, who knows. Pretty sure that's legal.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not.
Hey guys, I got them ciggies, the ones that'll make you laugh though.
Dude, yeah, I mean, and that's coming, right? I think that's going to be coming. I don't know to what degree, but like in California and in Colorado, that's got to be, you know.
The funny ciggies?
Yeah, the wacky tobacco. Yeah, it's got to be.
It's coming. But what do you think about, what would be your drink? Like, is rum, that's the one that you would go for too?
You mean, what would I make? Or
yeah,
what
what would be your signature drink for the streets? If like Steve's Key was to open up the Broskiedoodles drink shop, the fix and handles for everybody, what would be your signature drink?
Dude, it would be probably like...
Would it be like a tropical thing? Would it be white rum?
It would be white rum. It would be something like that could be like coasted on. Like you could do this for a while. I don't want you to like drop dead on.
Yeah, that's true. The thing is with like when you get to dark rum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the Nicaraguan whatever. That's for the evening when you're trying to when you're trying to get shit weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess it would be kind of like this. Like I mean, the concept behind this right here. Like you can have a couple of these and not get like totally smashed. But
what is that? Mighty Swell? That's what it's called.
Yeah, this one's just different.
Are you becoming a Karen?
Yeah, a little bit, I guess, with this stuff. The spiked spritzer. I guess. I mean, for me, I don't know. Like, I guess you would. How would I go about it? Selling something carbonated and sugary. This is too sugary. Like, to be honest with you, this is probably like the only one I'm gonna have today. Because
and on the side it tells you the calories and shit.
Yeah, 110 calories for the can. It's not bad.
That's fucking cute. I'll feel a certain type of way if you were to get to my crib with like a 6-pack of those.
Yeah,
I feel like a certain type of way. Like maybe I need to fucking find a new co-host.
Yeah, I know it's a little bit flamboyant, but to be honest with you, I enjoy them. The only thing, like,
and I feel comfortable with it, Kiko, and I'm not gonna let you bully me into now liking it. I love these, and and I have them mimosa special with the strawberry and the blueberries, superfood. Yeah,
that's what I would do. I would try to push it as some like
healthy shit.
Don't know, some like some antioxidant drink.
Yeah,
and really try to, because you know what's good about this is that this is mostly water. So like even if I were to splash some like vodka in here or some kind of white liquor, white rum, it's mostly water. Like you could drink 6, 7, 8 of these, get really nice, and then not wake up with a hangover.
So what you're saying is that if you were to sell these, you would actually even encourage people to spice it up more at home.
Yeah, or I would spice it up for them because you'd buy it. You know what I mean?
So you have the double Stevesky special.
Yeah, yeah. You know, like when you go to Wet Willie's, or like one of these like smoothie like spiked I don't even
slushies.
The
slushy? No.
Yeah, like exactly like the slushy drinks and stuff like that. Like I would probably put the shot in there. You know what I mean? Like that would be like the extra for the extra $1 or something.
Okay, I like that. For the extra $1, you could get the double, and like people it will become a thing that people just get the double by default.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it will be such a thing that you have to ask people, do you want not the double? And then there'll be the weird cases.
Or what you do is like, oh, you want a 6-pack? Okay, I'll get you a 6-pack. And then as you're walking away, like you walk away with the one that you're drinking currently with the shot skis from the Broskiedoodles.
Oh, and that's on the house keys.
And that's on the house keys, yeah. Buy a 6-pack, get 2 shots free.
Damn, dude.
There you go.
I'm liking this shit. And you know what's the thing? That with time, you can like involve this shit, and people might be like, hey, dude, I know you just sell liquor, and I'm not trying to like disrespect you, but a bunch of us here got the munchies, and we don't even know if we're gonna make it to like keep drinking, right? And then like businessman comes on, like, hey, what up? If these kids don't eat, I mean, si los niños no comen, you know, like, if los niños no comen, if they don't eat, then who's gonna keep drinking these motherfucking handles? You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, okay, we need to solve this shit. We'll get a little empanada system going on, because it's super easy, right? Like the empanadas are already packed in their own little cooler, and you gotta divide them like steak, chicken, and cheese. You know, you got them all like that, and it's like, hey, bro, I'm down for 2 more of the double Stevski special, but I could actually do like 6 more if I just had something in my belly. And I'm like, hey, Jimmy, who the fuck you think you're talking to? You wanna get the empanada special? Yeah. Huh? We'll give you 10 empanadas, because I know you motherfuckers eat a lot. 10 empanadas, dog, with the little sauces, because you know the empanadas have the sauces. Yeah. And we give you like a 12-pack of the fucking Stevski special to get you fucked up until tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, dude. And what if you were to be like, I don't know, like do the $20 boxes, like how Taco Bell does the $5 boxes? You could do like, oh yeah, you know, like you can get the combo. You get the $15 combo. It comes with 2 drinks and 2 empanadas, dog. What's up?
For $55?
For 15.
15, okay. I'm down.
Dude, what? $15, 2 drinks and 2 empanadas? And we'll do, you know, moderate size empanadas. Like,
yeah, filled with meat. Because I know if you're in the Latin community, you've always met some fucked up lady that gave you some wacas empanadas. And maybe that, if you're not from the tierrita, if you're not from those jungle sides, and you tried the empanada once and it was a fucked up empanadas, and you think and you got a fucked up empanada, then you might have like a weird feeling towards the Latin community, and I could totally understand that. I mean, if you were fucked once on an empanada exchange, I could totally understand how you have a certain feels towards the Latin community. And I want you guys to come back and like try it again and trust us, and then you can have the drinks keys. You got the Stevski special, which, I mean, we're gonna tell you the main ingredients so that you know it's coming from quality, but we cannot tell you the secret, obviously. And then obviously you're gonna have the empanadas with the little sauces. Man, I'm telling you,
another secret sauce. Of, you know, just trust us,
dude. You remember back in the day when we used to do all this crazy stuff? Like there will be moments where like 3-4 in the morning, you fucked up, and then somebody just brings you an empanada and like another drink with ice, and just tells you, buddy, it's all gonna be okay, and the party started again.
Yeah, bro, it's like a reinsurgence. You hit the restart button on it, man. You keep going.
Hell yeah. And you wake up like fucking, you know, like Limitless, that movie. And you go back to it, you know what I mean? And you know, back in the day, I felt like we were immortal. I felt like in our adolescence, before we turned 20, and we were just, you know, just enjoying life, being mischievous, being naughty, not like Ghislaine naughty, not that naughty, but naughty nevertheless. And I just felt like I could never, like nothing could go wrong, and so many things went wrong, but we're still here alive. We're still standing, Adrian. Do you think there's like some force that protects the youngins when they're in those type of situations where they're just enjoying life and just not giving a fuck? Because I would think that more people would be dead. Like, it's crazy all the things that the youngins do and that we did, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I like to think about it. I like to definitely think about it that way. I remember my grandma saying to me, you know, like, it was something about something unrelated, but like, que Dios cuida a los niños. You know, that God takes care of the kids, the little children. Oh, the little children of the world,
bro. That's like a classic thing. It's like a Latin grammar, like Dios cuida a los niños, and it's so true, right? It makes sense. Like God looks after the little kiddos. That's what it means.
I mean, and there's plenty of times, and like, you know, when we were out and about at this fest, at that fest, you know, drinking this, smoking that, you know what I mean? Like, there's some just crazy stuff that sometimes, you know, it could have gone horribly wrong, you know.
Yeah.
And easily too, because it's like, you know, why, just as much as there is bad, there's good. And I just remember like all the times, and I mean, at the end of the day, like, I don't condone it. I really don't think anybody should drink and drive, but like, you don't know that when you're younger. You don't understand why specifically that's not okay, right?
I mean, yeah, definitely. The young ones listening, this is not an encouragement. This is actually a reflection from us thinking like, damn, we were so wild and we're so lucky that we're good.
We are lucky.
And we weren't bad kids, so we were the good ones, I think.
No, yeah, for the most part, I don't think that anybody could look. I mean, because even when we're doing all the crazy stuff, like, we would still, I feel like we would still help somebody. It's not like we had bad intentions, you know, but we're just having fun within the parameters of what everybody was doing back then, you know. And it's crazy. It's crazy because sometimes, you know, that you hear the stories that don't turn out that way, but like a lot of the times when people are reflecting, which, you know, most of them look back and be like, you know, wow, I was doing some crazy stuff. I was drinking and driving. I was racing down a main street. I was, you know what I mean? There's so many things that would happen that could have gone terribly wrong. And it's crazy. Even till today, maybe just because I'm a giant child, I'm driving down the road. I'm going to work, and I'm on my phone for whatever reason and longer than I should be. I'm not just like quickly looking at my phone and you know, sometimes I'm looking at my phone driving and I'm like, oh my God, like, how did I get here? Like, I've gone 15 miles. like I, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing one of these, but like, don't tell me to remember what happened. And sometimes I look up in the middle of things and I'm like, wow, there's like a force field. Like, everybody is so spaced out from me. I don't know if it's because I'm driving slow and everybody's like, just fuck this guy, or if it's legit because like somebody's like, you know, like, this isn't your time. Like, you're doing wrong, bro. But this isn't your time. So
yeah, but the thing is, at this stage, Dios no cuida a los niños. You're not a niño anymore. So he's not a kid no more. So Stevesky got to look at the road because God doesn't give a fuck after 30. He don't give a fuck. Even the coronavirus can fuck you up. Oh yeah. That's why I'm scared, dog. Fuck that. Well, but Stevesky, he's if you know anything about him, dude, this guy's just out there. He don't give no fucks. He'll do the basic things to stay alive, but after that, man, his destiny is his destiny. So that's right. I get him. But I'm just saying, his grandma was referring to children, and that God takes care of the children. And I remember my little sister
not the when she was growing adults and shit.
Yeah, not all pieces of shit. When my little sister was growing up, because she was a baby and I was like already a kid.
Yeah.
I remember, bro, while she was just fucking around going up the stairs, she would just fall and like, you know, get like really bad hits. Like, it was just, I was just like, oh man, she's made out of rubber. Like, and you know, like, you just see kids just do things and you're like, man, you could go through anything, you know. And I feel like when you grow up a little older, even just at 30, which we are at now, you start to realize that, like, in my opinion, I'm a lot more cautious about shit in every sense, you know. Like, I'm just more conscious about the integrity of my physical life than when I was younger. And there's a certain type of feeling to it, but it is crazy, right? Like, now I see kids that are 20 and I'm just like, hey, you wild motherfucker. And I start feeling like a grandpa, you know, like if I'm just ranting about some shit for any, you know, for no fucking reason. Like, I'm just looking at the youngins and just being like, this little fuckers.
Dude, yeah. I mean, and as you get older, you start to feel that way, right? Like, you're like, oh, I'm never gonna be like my parents, you know, so uptight, so this, so that. And then you look at it and you're like, man, these kids are crazy what they're doing. Like I had my little cousin who would like shoot paintballs out of like car windows into like other people's, like on the street driving. And like as a kid you'd always like fantasize, oh man, like we're really close to the highway. What if I were just like chip golf balls into the fucking highway, you know? But then you but then now I'm looking at that like, dude, my car, like what if I get scared? What if somebody gets, like, people are really like knee-jerk reaction sometimes that could cause a
not
really
only that,
big
like
problem.
you have kids that are doing something stupid and end up doing something tragic. Like I think in Florida there was one overpass where some like youngins, I'm saying youngins because I just see like if I'm from like a, it's like if I was from another era, like these youngins. No, but like, you know, the youngins grabbed a bunch of rocks, like, and they threw them over under the underpass, and they landed on cars, and they had car accidents. People died.
That's crazy.
And they shed it. You have it. But just to wrap it up, in the sense of give a bit context to why we're saying this, I do know that you told me that there was like a story of you in a movie theater back in when you were a kid that you almost got arrested.
Oh yeah.
And I told you not to tell me the story because I wanted to share it with the Broskiedoodles and get a natural reaction for you guys. So tell us what happened, Steve Ski.
Oh man, yeah, these are the types of things where you think like, oh my god, bro. So good old Movie Co. For those who don't know, it was just a very big, like the biggest thing to hit Pembroke Pines since, you know, sliced bread.
Amazing movie theater.
It was a big old like Egyptian style movie theater, extreme. Like it had like 3 or 4 concession stands. It had like different aisles. It had, I mean,
24 big ass theaters.
Big,
and they were huge. It had like a little machine, like a arcade room. It had a valet parking. yeah. So it was the bee's knees. It was everybody, you know, the talk of the town. Everybody was there all the time. This is now before, you know, the
all
2000s,
the YouTubes and all the stuff. Like it was like the only digital media entertainment you probably could get back then, like that. And so I was there, you know, it was like a regular thing to try to sneak into the theater, you know, and bring snacks and do all that stuff. And so, you know, we were like, oh, you know, 2 of us go in and buy tickets, and then like we'll sneak in through the back, you know, like find the door, the emergency exit door in the back. But like the emergency exit door was where people would leave from. Like it didn't set off a fire alarm or anything. So we were like, oh hell yeah, like this is what we're gonna do, right? So, you know, we would do that, and I was with my buddy Brad, and and one time we were scoping out the door. We were waiting for them to come around, and then they weren't coming out, and then they finally like opened the door, but then like they were watching them. I guess they weren't being inconspicuous on the inside. They were watching them go to the door and let us in. And the guy, like he, you know, like your typical mall cop type of like pudgy security guy, like comes and like grabs us and is like, hey, come with me, you can't be here. And I'm like, oh damn, you know, whatever. And so me and Brad look at each other and we're like, go, you know. So we split in different directions. He ran towards the direction, well, mind you, he
inside the theater.
No, outside. Like we were still outside the theater. The doors open, and the doors open, and the guy like comes from behind them. He it's been so long, I'm trying to remember. I don't know if he came in from the inside or from the outside. Regardless, he stopped me and Brad because it was just me and Brad during this whole thing. And they're like, oh yeah, no, we know what you're trying to do. Like, come with me right now. And then they were like walking us out to the front, and I thought they were just gonna hand us over to the cops, you know. But we probably could have just done that, and they were gonna say like, all right, get out of here. Like, I'm gonna write a report, and you're banned from this movie theater, or whatever. But of course, no. We split. We're 2 kids, 1 guy. Brad goes one way, I go the other way. I see him like knock over a kid. Like he's like running and he like knocks over a kid, and like his mom, like, you know, they like flare up and he just keeps going. I'm like, oh shit, I just keep running. But of course I'm running towards the dead end and he's running towards the main street.
So he's running towards freedom.
Yeah, and I'm running towards the fucking dead end. And it's like the movie theater, I don't know if you remember, but it's on like,
yeah,
kind of
the
like
swamp.
A peninsula.
It is swamp, right?
It's like a moat on this side, and then you can go out that way. So because you can see it from the highway, right? So unless you're gonna swim, you're fucked. Which now in hindsight probably would have been a better idea. But so I see these cops, like all these security people on bicycles. They're like 3 or 4 bicycles just like, I don't know,
searching
swarming,
for you.
searching. Yeah, it's like a search party, and I'm like, oh man. And eventually they, hey, stop, and I'm like, oh fuck, like I'm not gonna escape this, I'm not gonna escape this. So they pull me over. They put me on the curb. A cop car comes. They call me. They're like, hey, you're gonna have to call your friend back right now. We're taking you to jail right now. You knocked over a kid, this and that, blah blah blah. Yeah, like your friend injured somebody, this and that. And I'm like, oh fuck, like, they scared you. I don't even know. Kid probably just bounced right back up, but they scared the shit out of you, right? And yeah, so the guy made me call Brad back. Brad was free, and he's a G. He came back to take the to take it on with us, like take on the repercussion of the fact. So and then what else happened? Oh yeah, our parents came. my mom, bro. She's like, you can't. She like beat me in front of the cop, like like slapping me. She didn't even care. But I mean that right there could have ended sort of bad, I guess. I mean, maybe not for sneaking into the theater, but like it could have ended like
Damn, bro, that's so funny because in those days, I sneaked in that theater so many times.
Yeah.
So many times, man. Yeah, that theater was fucking amazing. I remember I used to sneak in with like 13 years old, and they had this thing where like if you bought a large drink and large popcorn, you could get free refills on both, unlimited. So when someone was throwing away their drink and popcorn, I would grab that shit, and I would stay there, watch 3 movies, eat everything for free. But I never had the bad fortune of being caught. That's fucked, man. But also, man, I mean, as a kid, it was a bit expensive. It was like $9-10. Now it costs like $15 to go to the theater, right?
Dude, it's insane amount of money that they want now. And I remember the matinees and the student discounts. I mean, now with the pandemic, everything's changed. I recently saw an article where AMC and Regal Cinemas and all these movie theater companies, they are doing their reopening, or they did their reopening week. They were playing some of the older movies like Gone with the Wind, or like just older movies, and they were only charging like 15 cents. And their claim is that there's they spread out the seats. They have like plexiglass dividers between sections. I don't really know how that's gonna work, but yeah, no, they're really trying hard to bring that back. So but these days
it's good that they're trying hard, because it was a business that was already in decline.
It is a business in decline. I mean, think about it now too, with everybody in the pandemic. There's so much like home improvement. People have been buying so many things online. So like when you're other companies like surround sound system companies and TV companies, like you're dropping prices, or maybe even, I don't know, people are just buying your shit to better their situation at home, to watch these movies, to watch these action packed thrillers or whatever.
Yeah, because when you even if you sell the movie for $10 or $15 on demand, there's like 4 or 5 people watching it, right? So you're not charging each of them. So definitely there's like a loss in money. Also, you're gonna have maybe it's a good thing. Maybe you have movie production companies making movies that are more worthy on the story and less expensive on like a Marvel Endgame movie where it's like $1 billion, and we're gonna, because to be honest, when I watched Endgame, and to be fair, I hadn't watched the other ones before. It's been a minute since I was watching superhero movies, but I still kept up a little bit. It was just like, man, this is too long. There's so many stories going on. There's so many characters. I was just like, I didn't like it myself. And I just feel like today they're putting so much money into the effects, into like how strong the guy, how hot she is, and then it's like there's no story. There's no like real,
Yeah. No, it's just a, what do they call it? Like a sensory experience. And for that, I would go to the movies to watch like a sensory movie, like a big action blowing up Transformers
like
type
John
of movie.
Wick or shit, right?
Yeah, definitely for something like that, because that's really cool in the movies. But like when I got my fiance or my girlfriend, you know, back when we were boyfriend girlfriend, going to watch movies, like she's like, oh, I want to go see, you know, the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I'm like, I'm not gonna go pay for that shit. I don't even like to go to the movies to go watch comedies.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, no, like, it's just, I don't know.
I think it's become so much. The problem with those businesses now is that the technology to have it at home, like, bro, I have a big ass TV. I have a really nice stereo system. You know, I put movies here and it's super fire. You know, and I'm sure you could do it. Everybody can do it nowadays, and it's easy. Also, for the money you're gonna pay for popcorn and soda, you can get nice ass delivery at home.
Oh yeah.
Because you're still gonna spend like $40-50 on food at the theater for fucking popcorn. You can spend that on delivery and get some Chinese food with SMG that's gonna clog your arteries. You know, like.
Yeah. Exactly right. Like, I mean, I would rather spend that money on actual food rather than just, I don't know, just shitty frozen food that's just reheated by a 13-14-year-old that, you know, is just trying to get out of his shift for the night. You know what I'm saying?
Now, do you think there is an argument for the experience of watching something with other people, strangers?
I think for like the superhero movies, like, you know how everybody like sits there and waits till the end of the movie, like they're after the credits, because like that's the sneak of something else, and like there's like everybody's like clapping and at the end of the movie, like there is a certain like fandom behind those kinds of movies. But for the most part, I hate everybody in the theater, especially the little kid behind me fucking kicking my seat.
Me too. Like, I wanted to ask you, because my opinion on this is, no, I don't fucking miss it. I don't give a fuck about them. Like I don't care, man. Like, and to be honest, there's so many movies to watch that when a movie comes out on theater, I don't mind waiting 3 months until I can see it on demand. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. And no, I don't miss having the kids and paying $15 for a bag of corn, you know?
Yeah. And then, like, the problem is that everybody's talking. There's people on their phones. Like, there's just so many, like, things that I mean, I don't know. I don't go to the movies to have that kind of
like, I wasn't going already, but I would go every once in a while. Mm-hmm. Is to be fair, in Spain, movie theaters are really shitty. It's nothing like in the U.S. So it doesn't help. But now with the whole Corona thing, like, people just got used to entertaining themselves. Like, don't you think that after you get used to doing something, like, you cannot eat this, right? And you're like, fuck, why can I? Because when you eat this, you get an allergy and everything hurts, and you start, okay. So it's like, all right, fuck it, I cannot eat cheese because this shit, okay. So you get used to it eventually because you cannot eat it, and then you don't miss it. And then it's like, even if you were to get fixed, like, oh, you can now eat cheese, like, no, I got used to not eating it. I don't know if that's the best example, but like entertainment, right? Like sports, movies, it's like we got used to not doing it, to watching it 5 months, and I think people can just continue to not, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I think that it's kind of just a dying experience, or anything that anybody is used to not doing for a while is just not gonna have the same effect when you come back.
You think this is gonna go? Do you think this is gonna move more like a thing where, like, releases, right? Like a movie's coming out, right? You can watch it from your house. It costs $70, but you can watch it at your house on the day that it releases, and you invite a bunch of people. Like when maybe you got a pay-per-view,
like a pay-per-view
like
type,
that. Yeah,
like a pay-per-view.
It's the only way for them to, because if you sell it for $10 or $15 and 10 people watch it, like, you're gonna lose a lot of money.
Yeah, no, it would make sense if, like, they do with the pay-per-views. You could sell the movie, the release of the movie for that. But it's just at the same time too, like, how profitable is that? You know, I only on these very, like, highly anticipated movies do I see that really working, because even these Academy Award winning movies, I don't know if they're looking at the same day releasing, right? Like the day that it comes out. And there are some services that get the movie to you sooner than when it comes out on DVD or whatever. So, you know, maybe for that, like, you could do like 20. Yeah, I mean, it's still a business, right? At the end of the day, if I have,
I mean, all of them don't have to cost $70. Yeah, there might be some that cost $10.
Exactly. Yeah, I could see how that might be a viable option. Um, you already have the rights to the movie, and you could just like stream it. I mean, just how they do renting, right? Like you could go on Apple TV right now, pay $4.99 to rent a movie, and you can watch that movie as many times as you want in 24 hours or 48 hours, and then the lease is up. So technologically, the infrastructure is there for you to to do.
And I don't think the theaters have a purpose then after that, because the purpose of the theater was to provide the seats and the screen for you to watch this movie. But now the movie producer can send you the movie directly to you, so we can cut the middleman, and you don't have, and I mean, obviously it's a sad thing for some. I don't think it would die forever. I would think that you would get more of the quality ones where like you have like a more luxurious experience type shit, or like the really good theaters with good surround sound, or like the 3D. They will move into things like that, but people
like the IMAXs and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it is definitely a competition for them. The fact that now people can just enjoy shit at home. You don't, it's not hard now to get a big ass TV, good stereo, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, the investment's there if you're a big movie watcher. AMC and maybe another company too, they were doing subscription services. Like for $20 a month per person, you can come as many times as you want to watch movies. And so that was like their model. That was their shift to try to stay relevant. Having a subscription service for
that works.
Yeah, I mean, and then that way you go and you usually go. And buy a popcorn, buy a soda, buy this, buy that. They I don't know to what degree they hire their kids or the people who work there. It's probably a very like low staff, compared to back then, right? Like the massive movie theaters, I think are over with. I think I think it's called Cinemark now. So I think
it's called Cinemark now.
MovieCo got out right at the right time. I think Cinemark got to capitalize on it for a couple of years, and then now I don't know what they're going to do with all that space. They should probably turn it into like conferencing or corporate event type of situation.
People don't understand like it was
trampoline park.
It is massive.
Yeah,
it is a massive complex, and back in the day, this was the shit, bro. Like this was the shit. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, this was like red carpet. Like it was crazy, dude. It was insane. It was so packed. It made like a
Disney
bunch
World.
of money. It was
like
Disney
the
World.
experience. Like you go there and you go to the ticket counter, but the ticket counter is like part of the pyramid, and like you know what I'm saying. Like it would be like hard coral, hard like stone and everything. I think what they should really do if I worked for them, I would turn one side into like a gaming, like laser tag, fucking dodgeball, like a huge arcade, Dave and Buster's type of situation. Maybe even put a restaurant in another wing. You know what I'm saying? And then
I would definitely make that into like a gaming emporium.
It's so huge.
Some like crazy shit like that, because the place is beautiful. You would want to use all if you're interested in this shit, just Google MovieCo Theater in Pembroke Pines, Florida. It's called now Cinemark, but you'll be able to see the photos from the inside, because the other day I saw it, and it is fucking amazing. You'll be sad if they would have to completely destroy it, but I think they should make it into something new. Like maybe even have movies on one side, have a laser tag thing on the other, and just make it like a Dave and Buster's on crack,
Dude, that'd be dope. I would definitely go.
I would go.
I mean, after the pandemic, but I would go for sure.
I would love to.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I it's interesting. It's interesting to see how everybody's transitioning now in their with their new business models, because everything's online now. Everything.
Yeah, I mean, to give a bit of an idea for you guys to take is that, if you have a business idea, if you have an idea of something that you want to do in maybe in the arts or anything, just go with that project, start it, and see where it takes you. Fuck it. Even if it's not perfect, even if it's not amazing, just go with it and improve on the way. Because I'm telling you, man, a lot of talent and a lot of people just end up not progressing because they don't give that first step. So if it's with a business, anything is so globalized today that anybody can really do it, and that's the real way to progress and moving up the ladder in life, I think.
Yeah, I think you said it right, man. I think That's a good episode. Just to kind of round off everything a little bit, right? You got an idea, stay with it, and the name of the game is volume and speed. Don't think about it too much. Just do it. You know, just do it, because you'll learn along the way. You know, it doesn't. You don't have to be the number one guy off the bat. You know, the number one guy started off at the bottom. Amazon took 13 years to become what it is now, and now it's been around for another decade. You know what I mean? It took him that long to get the model the way it is today,
and working,
and now is when he's seeing the 10 years after that. You know, so what are we around now? 20 years almost of Amazon. 1993 or something. I forget what it was when he started. So, yeah, just roll with it. Roll with it and see what happens. You know. So.
And if, for example, you're in the Soviet bloc in Russia, and you also want to come up, you know, and maybe things are hard. Well, get the best vodka you have. Look for the best juice. Do a little mix-a-rooney. Call it the Boris Crazy Mix. And go outside and sell it to people. Hustle with the vodka boppers. And
the Boris boppers.
Or if you're in like Guatemala, you know, get some of that rum, Scummy Rummy. Start selling that shit, you know what I mean? Come up. But anyways, guys, thank you for listening. Hopefully we made some sense to you. Thank you for tuning in always, and have a great day. Peace. Steve Ski. Take care.
You too, dog. See ya.